What's going on YouTube? Back with another adventure. Today we are in Billings, Montana. Just waiting for this shipper to get back from lunch. So they'll start loading us here. We're picking up machines from United Rentals. Going to another United Rentals down in Denver. Should be a pretty easy load. We emptied out this morning. We took some rock from Fontana, California to Yellowstone National Park. They were building a new lodge of some sorts up there, so we delivered the rock this morning and then head up here to Billings, and then we already have another load ready for us to pick up after we empty out in Denver tomorrow. So we're going to be busy this week. So we should have some pretty good footage this week. I'm going to kind of see how if I want to do one load at a time or do like a week's worth of videos of the loads and then make it one, not a huge video, but you know, at least maybe 10-15 minute video just all the different loads and how I secured them. I always kind of play it by ear, but yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So just waiting, and as soon as we get loaded and start securing, I'll be back with you in a minute. What's going on YouTube? So we got stopped here in we're just outside of Casper, Wyoming. See if I can zoom out for you guys. No, it's too much. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to this phone here. We stopped just outside of Casper, Wyoming. We're at a little rest area off of I-90 here, or I mean off of I-25. We ended up getting this little, I guess it's like an electric forklift. Works up and down, can go pretty high up, and then you just control it by the handle there. A generator, and then a mobile crane. The crane, I believe, weighs roughly, I want to say it's like 11,000 pounds, I believe is what it weighs. So the way I secured it, hopefully you guys can see okay here. The way I secured it is I've got 4 anchor points on this machine because it is over 10,000 pounds. You have to have 4 independent tie downs. But what you can do is you can use one chain. This is just one chain here, and you run the chain there and you hook it down here and then basically hook it back to itself. This becomes one anchor point, and you do that on all 4 corners. So this is all nice and tight. It ain't going nowhere, it's tight. Pretty good load, pays pretty well. And then I got them to hook the actual cable to a little hook here, so that way it's secured, it ain't gonna swing nowhere. On the generator, because it's so light, I could just put 2 chains on it. So I got one chain in the back pulling towards the front, and I've got another chain in the front pulling towards the back, and that pushes down, also keeps it from forward and back movement. And in this little baby thing here, I'm not sure what the weight was, but I know it's really light. So I just put 2 chains on it. One pulling forward. This is a solid point. I confirmed it with, the shipper that it was okay to put a chain there. So it's pretty solid there, pulling forward. And then there's a metal plate there, so it's pushing against that plate. And this is a battery because this is an electric forklift. And it's pulling backwards, so that way it can't move frontward or backwards, and it also pulls down. Let's see if I can get the other side here for you guys. I think the load weighs a total of 32,000 pounds, so it's not real heavy. But you can see how I've got the chain run over here, and so it's not going to move anywhere. Here's the other anchor point here, so this is considered itself anchor point. And because we had so much, little room, we had to bring the crane up as far forward I could. So normally I would pull forward, but because I'm so close to the wall, I pull backwards, and these pull this way. So you're pulling towards the center, which is the same concept as if you're pulling back and forth. So it ain't gonna go nowhere. Pretty easy machine. This is a gas-powered crane, but also runs by propane from what they told me. We're going to United Rentals in Denver. Pretty easy load. Was loaded pretty quick once they actually got back from lunch. Pretty easy. I really enjoy it. It's riding good so far. The chains haven't come loose, Everything stayed tight. Nothing's moved, and we've just been cruising. Pretty nice weather out here. It's been pretty hot. It's actually starting to rain right now. I feel drips hitting my head here, but it has been in the 90s and 100s basically for the past couple of weeks. It's like, I think it's like 89, 90 degrees right now. It's kind of muggy out, but it's starting to cool down and the rains are coming, so that's kind of making it even more muggy. But yeah, that's about it right there. That's about our load right now. Like I said, I'll be picking up those forklifts out of Nebraska and taking them to Henderson, Nevada. Pretty easy load. So hopefully you can see me right here. So it's gonna be a really easy load. Pick those up tomorrow and take them over to Nevada, and then see what we get for the weekend from there. Right now we haven't really booked anything. I'm not in no hurry to get anything booked. We'll kind of just play it by ear. But I'm sure we'll figure something out. I'm still talking to my agent about what we're going to do. But that's the load. You know, like I said earlier in the video, I'm going to try to do it where I do maybe a couple loads at a time and then make it a bigger video, or just try to do one load at a time. I'm going to upload this one, and you guys just tell me what you think, what you want to do, how you want me to do it. Like I always say, you know, if you got any questions or if you want me things you want me to touch on, feel free to ask, comment below, and I appreciate you watching. It's a short little video, but it's a pretty easy load, pretty straightforward. But I thank you for watching. Subscribe to the button if you'd like. Give me a like. Any comments or questions you have, any suggestions you would like for me to talk about, or things you want me to touch on. Like I said, I'm new to this video thing, so I'm just trying to get better. I just want to pass on information and kind of show you, what we do as flatbedders out here, and pass on information as best as I can. And like I said, I just appreciate everything. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the likes and the subscribes. And we'll see you on the next one. And we will definitely see y'all in the next one. And y'all be safe. Keep the sunny side up. And hopefully maybe we'll see you on the road sometime. See you.